are not great at it. Look, first of all, it's very hard to track. And every client might be different. So there's very few people who actually, or companies that actually have a very disciplined way to track value. And some of them just struggle because it's really hard for them to even define what is the value. So there's a few metrics that you can actually use for measuring companies, the value you provide to customers. And especially if this is very difficult for you, this might be an approach you want to take. And I have a video on my channel with Chris Singh. I'll type in the name. It's Chris Singh. If you want to check out the CSM Practice websites, Singh. I'm probably not. Yeah, Singh. So he talks about how he created a value score for his customers. But I mean, you could do a straight up ROI. I have another video with Eyal Maor who explain how he's actually tracking ROI calculation for each and every customer. That's great for, by the way, high touch clients on monday.com. And you can do that too if you have a very simple business model and you can calculate it and it's inside your application. For example, I had another person that had a video with me. Their company ROI is actually, they can actually calculate the ROI inside the application. So that's really, really easy too, if that's the case. So these guys, got it down. If the ROI is very clear and they can calculate it in-app or they have a discipline for it, great. And it's a high-touch model. That's usually not a problem. I think most of are in red because they are having a hard time figuring out what is their ROI. Secondly, I think some of them don't have the discipline to say, what is the first time to first value delivered? So this is time to first value delivered. I don't know how many companies are actually tracking this, because from what I'm seeing, there's not a lot of companies that even track different milestones in onboarding, let alone know how to calculate it. Again, this video with Eyal Maor is actually really tracking this metric. And I think it allows him not only to track whether or not he delivers ROI, but how fast can he deliver an initial ROI. So I think the reason they're in red is that they're having an issue understanding the ROI. They don't have the discipline to track milestones so that they can see how fast. And then the reason I mentioned Chris Singh is like, okay, every company has a different ROI. The use case is wildly different. What can we do? And so what he did, which I thought was really cool in terms of customer value, is he said, look, the value is not just the ROI they're getting on their business. They might actually, if they're actually using our product and attending training, if they're getting, understanding like improvement in their business processes, if they're consuming XYZ, all kinds of resources that we have, any kind of resource consumption, then we can say, are they getting most? So the ROI for him was, how much value are they getting from the engagement with us? Yes, they can just use the tool, but that's very low value. What we want is to be a true partner. Can we measure our true partnership with them? So are they leveraging our consultancy services? Are they reading our blogs, going to our conferences to get exposure to best practices? Are they adding product training so they're always using the latest features? So he kind of like communicated back to his customer. He actually created a value score and he shared it with the customer. So it was a value scorecard that he created for customers. And because the ROI was a little tough to calculate, he actually had a lot of different aspects for the customers to say, hey, are you getting the most out of our partnership? Are you getting the most value?